Well, we are back on another adventure. It is a new day and I am getting off the lakes that I fish every single day. I get tired of fishing the same lakes day after day after day, even though I am fortunate enough to fish every day. So today is a little bit different. It's a little bit of a solo trip. We do have the fishing pup Surly with. What do you think, Surly? Are we going to catch them? Surly does not care at all. But we're headed farther into northern Wisconsin, fishing some lakes that I've never fished before. Northern Wisconsin is a very diverse area as far as lakes go. There's a lot of different kinds of lakes, flowage systems, shallow river systems. You got the big, deep, clear stuff. You got real small, deep, clear stuff. There's just a lot of different water going on, and spring is a great time to get out and check out some new bodies of water. So that's exactly what we're doing today, and the next couple days, hopefully, depending on how long I can pull this out for. And yeah, new water. I love fishing new water. I love breaking down new water. So we're headed to lake number 1 now. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, we're gonna break it down. There's no expectations on this trip. No big stuff we really got to do, but I want to catch a lot of walleyes, number 1, and kind of break down some walleye lakes for you guys, show you guys what I find, because kind of the ultimate way to film these informational pieces is when I do something that I don't know what to expect. You know, I kind of have anticipations on what we're going to find, but I've never been here, so if I can kind of document breaking new lake down, it's the most beneficial thing I can do for you guys. And on top of the great walleye fishing we're hopefully going to encounter, we are definitely going to have some great opportunities at catching a lot of smallmouth. The weather is finally warming up. A lot of these fish should be a lot more comfortable up on some of these shallow flats, so we might take a quick break and whack some trophy smallmouth. We'll see, but stay tuned. I'm excited. We're about 10 minutes from the first lake, and I'll see you in the boat. Jump, jump, jump. Come here. Here, I'll help you. Ready? Good, come on. You got this. Jump. Yeah. Good boy. Well, we are on the lake. We have just launched. The launch was terrible, which is always a good sign, because it most of the time means that it does not get used a lot. So, first thing you can see, very, very clear water. I don't know how well that's showing up on camera, but I like that. It's about a 1,500 acre lake, I think. Not super big, but it's got a lot of depth to it. So, next thing we're gonna do is kind of drive around, break it down for you guys. Stay tuned. All right, well, as I'm idling out here, water temp 43, 44 degrees. So it's still chilly, obviously. I mean, we're having nights that are in the 20s, 30s. Today's kind of supposed to be the turnaround day of this whole cold spell. It's supposed to start getting nicer out, but I mean, basically in the spring, you know, it's kind of a lot of the same stuff I've been talking about before for smallmouth and walleyes, really. And we're looking for basically shoreline pieces of structure, shoreline flats, big points that come off the shoreline, things like this that are going to hold these fish in the spring. Either the walleyes or smallmouth will be right on top of them, or a lot of times they'll be just off the edge in like that 10 to 15 foot. But basically you can see here, I mean, what I got going on with the graph. So I highlighted everything 10 feet and under, then everything in green is kind of at 10 to 14 feet of water. So you can see like stuff like this right here is what I'm looking for. These little knobs that come off of these big flats. And it's really easy kind of when you break this down, you kind of get the hang of it here. I mean, here's another big knob over here. I haven't even looked at this lake on the map much, honestly, yet, but here's a big shoreline point. This is the exact kind of stuff we're looking for. You can see it's got these little stars. That normally means there's some rock there. But, you know, the next thing we're gonna do is basically we're gonna drive around all these points and flats that look like this. This area here, not interested in it. Shirley, why are you whining like that? But these kind of big points I am interested in. So next thing we gotta do, drive around all these shoreline points, flats, little humps and whatnot, and see what we got going on. We're either looking for fish, number 1, good rock, good weeds, good wood. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. All right, guys, well, I've done my driving around, scouted the lake out. I actually spent a couple of hours driving around, and then I got distracted and caught a whole bunch of smallmouth, but I'm not gonna put that in the video just because sometimes I have to have some fun not filming too. But basically what I'm seeing, there's a lot of good rock out here, but all the walleyes that I am seeing, or what I'm thinking are walleyes, are up on these sand flats with nothing on them but plain sand. And just based on the day, very flat out, very high skies, not a single cloud. My guess is they're gonna be very finicky, so we're definitely gonna go with some live bait. But basically what I'm seeing up on these flats is stuff that looks like this right here. Now, I've never actually been here before, so I don't know if these are a bunch of suckers in with walleyes, maybe smallmouth and walleyes, but there's just like so many fish up here, I'm not sure even if, there's no way they're gonna be all walleyes, so there's probably something else probably some kind of rough fish up here. Sometimes in these very deep, very clear lakes, you'll get like Cisco's way up on the sand flats and stuff like that. But and the water temp's 43, so I mean it's gonna be a grinder for getting bites. But let's get after it. Jig a minnow. Might do a little bit of like drift weighting, like an 1/8 ounce egg weight, and then like a drift Lindy rig style deal with a bigger sucker on it too. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Fish on the walking minnow. We've got a big walleye here. I was just actually moving spots. I started going fast. This thing got absolutely smoked. Oh yeah, look at that thing. Just a great way to run an additional line. Look at that walleye. I'm just gonna hand land him here. Thing's a little finesse hook stuck right at the bottom jaw. Give you guys a look. Too much fun coming to new water, catching fish. It'd be very easy to not throw out that second line. But I was like, why not try it? You know, it's kind of just a big sand flat, so there's nothing to really get hung up on. Just a real small little gummy hook in there. I can't even get him off. He's hooked so good. Come on, pop it out. There we go. Look at that. Not bad for the first one. It's not a giant. I think we're gonna get bigger today because some of these marks on side imaging are huge. We'll let them go. This feels good. Feels real good. No, it is a big walleye. Oh, that was a pike for a second. Oh, we are working hard for him. There's like one boat here, but I'm already scared he's gonna come over here. We're just gonna not net this fish at all. Even though it's about a 25 incher. Come here, buddy. Got him. It is exactly like it is back home. Finding an absolute ton of fish, only getting a few bites. But for northern Wisconsin, if the bites are like that one, we'll take it. I'm really hoping these fish fire up later in the day, because like I said, we're on just a mountain of them there. I'll let them go. See you later, buddy. All right, guys, so I just rolled up onto a new spot here, and we're about to start fishing. I side imaged some fish, but you know, one easy way in a lake that just has a lot of steep and deep break lines is look for something that has this ring of green. And basically all I'm doing is I'm setting my shallow water highlight out to like, I think like 8 or 10 or something like that. But then I'm setting my mid-depth highlight from like 10 to 15. And you'll see a lot of this kind of stuff. Like right here is where we're fishing and where there are fish. And you come over here, and this is a very tight strip of green. You can see it's much thicker over here than it is here. And this means it's a very steep drop off. There's not a lot of area to hold fish. Or if I kind of come back to where I am now, has a lot more fish holding zone. And a lot of times that's what I'm looking for when I'm fishing these flats like this. I don't want that flat that just goes zoom right down to deep water. I want it to have a little bit of that intermediate depth, like 8 to 12 feet's about perfect if it has a lot of that kind of stuff. Fish on. Just pulled up into a new spot. Spot locked down, and we got a fish on. It's a decent walleye. We're hurting our average size here a little bit, but it is a fish. Just kind of went around, did some scouting around. It's a good eater right there if you're gonna keep one. Look at that Surly. We found another spot. He's dropping eggs right now, so we're gonna throw him back. It's crazy they're still dropping eggs. I mean, I guess the water is, you know, 42, 43 degrees. But yeah, we'll take it. Let's make another cast, catch another fish. Feels a little better. Still don't think it's the size of those real big ones. Yeah, it might be. Oh yeah, good fish. Finally got a good one in this little eater spot. This definitely panned out. Look at that, big chonker too. I got a pre-spawn female. Here we go. Fatties, very, very quality fish in this system. Not gonna name this lake because I want to come back here, but if you're looking to catch big walleyes in northern Wisconsin, oftentimes the key is very deep, very clear lakes that have both ciscos, whitefish, extremely good forage. We don't have the acreage to produce huge fish like some of the lakes in Minnesota, but you know, you get in a lot of these systems that are super deep, super clear, have the right stuff. Very finicky bodies of water, can be tough to fish, but they definitely produce a higher quality of fish on the average. Fish on right there. Man, they are biting it so unbelievably soft. It is almost hard to tell sometimes. Nice little 16-inch eater right there. I'm gonna let them go, but every one is a victory today. Got a boat literally right next to me. I got a giant walleye on. Biggest fish of the day with a guy literally drove right up on me. Look at that one. I wish I could make more of a scene because that's a toad. They're just sitting back there staring at me right now. Nothing I hate more than a 2,000 acre lake and a guy goes 20 feet away from you. That's a chunk right there. Chunk. Alright guys, well that is gonna do it for today. I'm not even sure how much of that last fish catch we caught, but I caught about a 27.5, literally like on the second to last cast of the day, and some guys rolled right up on me and I didn't want to make a big scene filming in case there's a whole bunch of fish there, but overall pretty impressed with this lake. So impressed I don't even want to go fish a new lake tomorrow. There's too much to explore out here and the quality of size is phenomenal. Most of the fish I caught today were over 20. So yeah, very impressed with that. It's very peculiar the way fish set up on structure out here. They almost prefer sand over any of the great rock that's out here. So yeah, we might just do that tomorrow, but hopefully this video was informational for you guys. You know, hopefully I captured some of the lake breakdown. I'm sure we're gonna be doing more lake breakdown tomorrow as there's just a lot more lake to break down and a lot more fish to catch. We do have some weather coming in, so we're gonna get rid of this high skies, flat stuff. Surly's whining at me to get out of here, so thank you guys for watching. If you're not yet, please subscribe. Stay tuned for more content.